Hello, it's Sean from Sean's Model Builds, and I'm here to unbox the SeaQuest DSV Monogram Model Kit. I believe it is from 1994. So we'll put this on the stand, angle the phone for a good view, and we'll just take a look. Now this is 600 scale. That is the exact same scale as the Titanic I built for my mom 6 or 7 years ago. So you got an advertisement for some of the models that you could order back then. There you go, mostly planes and stuff. And then you have the Monogram guide for SeaQuest itself. So that's kind of duplicating the art from the box. There's the paint color guide, which we'll have to use Revell or Mr. Color instead of Tamiya because they don't have it in Canada anymore. Alright, so there's the main hull. As you can see, now I don't know if there's a lot of empty spaces or if there's pegs and peg holes. Well, that's good. Then you have the hull details. Optional parts might be the question mark. And you have the number. Okay, so you can open up the bay door number 7. That's good. Alright, there we are. Okay, so that is that side. And then you have the back side, so you have other parts of the vehicle. And so you can close or open those tentacles. What do they show as on the box? Looks like they're closed on the box. And final assembly, so. And a base with different colors. There's where you can stick the SeaQuest nameplate. So that's neat. It comes with an actual diorama base. It can be painted to emulate the seafloor, and it gives you color suggestions and gives you a little whisker probe that goes ahead of the SeaQuest to kind of map the seafloor and send back the scans, kind of like Harry, Kim, and Chakotay used the Delta Flyer to map the slipstream corridor ahead of Voyager. All right, so you have a sealed bag with all the parts, so I'm going to come back once I cut the bag open. Just at the end. Be right back. All right, here we go. So I am going to put the parts into the box first, kind of like that. Now it's interesting. These parts are molded in black plastic. It's quite surprising, really. And look, there's a loose part that just came off the sprue tree. It was that. So this is where I haul out my little Ziploc bag and put this entire thing in one of the small ones. All right, well, you already saw that piece, so there's no harm in keeping it in a small Ziploc bag now, so nothing gets lost. But then you have this piece. So those are the front tentacles. If I turn it this way, you should be able to read the part numbers right side up. But that's where the silver Sharpie comes in. But you see the speckling? You see how it's almost shaped like a whale or dolphin skin? There's the base. So I bet these pegs are what you fit the SeaQuest onto. So that is kind of like the seafloor. And then you have the two sides of the SeaQuest itself. So there you go, and you can see all the detail there. Now, I don't know if there are any decals underneath I didn't see any. You might have to use the detail painting as provided by the guide in order to make things work. I think this is the bottom of the hull. It has less detail, and it has the peg holes where you should be able to put the stand. And look, I don't know what that printing says. It might say Monogram and might have the model number. All right. And the final piece of the puzzle, there you go. And the side sections. And that's all that's in the box, as you can see. There is nothing more. There There's no decals for the SeaQuest. There are no decal instructions, therefore. There is nothing but parts and painting instructions. So that was a pretty quick unboxing of the SeaQuest. Let's see if I can put these under. There you go. Good. There you are. Oh. Well. Aren't you going to put them back in the bag? I guess I was. Well, you couldn't quite get the lid on, could you? No, there's something gone wrong. It somehow doesn't go back in place again, but that's okay. It can go on top of something and it'll all work out. The only place to put it for now is right there. But you can see an example of the finished model on the side of the box. There's the whiskers they speak of, open or closed. There's a little pod entering into the SeaQuest itself. And there's a description on the side of the box. So that's good. And now we move on.